Go on, Skipper George.
Blackpot, Coco show them.
Now the next story we're going to look at is rolling on your screen. And it says what? No Ghana coach for Black Stars. Hey, who is saying this? Oh, but this man, I think I know him. I think he's worked as a sports administrator in this country before. Or was he a minister? Okay, well, I mean, don't worry about it. Let's look at the story. Don't give Black Stars job to a local coach. Ex-sports minister. I said it. Come here. Run the story. Former Deputy Sports Minister Vincent Opon has urged the Ghana Football Association to appoint a foreign coach for the Black Stars. Why? Opon Asamoah argued that the Ghana national team is dominated by Ghanaian players who ply their trade abroad. Hence his decision to back the appointment of an expatriate coach. He noted that local coaches will struggle to handle Black Stars players because their mentality differs from that of home-based players. Wow. So far as we would use foreign-based players in the Black Stars, then we have to use foreign coaches. We can't employ a local coach to train the guys because their mentality and training are different. So we have to pick a foreign coach, he said on Asempa FM. Dash it away. Now looking at this, a lot of people in Ghana, when people are not intellectually strong, they start a discourse by throwing insults. They don't look at the thing intellectually. Insults. They just throw around insults. But hear me now. The point this guy is trying to make is that all our players are never regarded as good players until they leave the shores of this country and ply their trade outside Africa. True? All our top players will never be seen as top players if they remained here in Ghana. They have to play in the big leagues, so-called big leagues abroad. That is why you go for an Accra House of Oak, Asante, Kotoko football match. The two biggest teams in Ghana, and only 30 people are sitting down there watching. One is busily smoking Bonto. The moment he finishes smoking the Bonto, he falls asleep. He doesn't care what game is going on. True or false? They have killed the local teams. So all the players are only here looking for that conduit pipe to play in the big leagues in Europe and the rest. So the point this guy is making is very simple. If you will not be able to keep your players and grow them at home, nurture them to be strong enough to make our league right here enviable and admirable, then forget about it. They are there eating the food of white people. So a white chef should be brought to cook for them if they are coming here to play. You can't go and bring a foreign American dog and come and feed it with banku. Can you go all the way to China and bring a Chinese dog and bring him to Ghana and give him kenke to eat? No. That's the point the man is making. As Pan-Africanists, this is how we see it. Remember Brazil. Edson Arantes de Nascimento, a.k.a. Pele. You want to hear that name again? Edson Arantes de Nascimento. When he was playing in Brazil and the eyes of the world came on him, they wanted him to go and play in the so-called big leagues in Europe. The Brazilian government said no. He himself said no. I will have to play here and make the league very sweet. He's our top player. Everybody goes to the park there to go and watch him. If we let him go abroad, our league will die. Every time there is one player, at least one player, that everybody wants to go and watch. It's like music. There was a time when everybody wanted to see Shatta Wale. Then came a time when there was another one who came up and his name was Samini. There was also Batman. Then Batman Samini. Then there was Anoforian Ponsa. There was a Lumba, a kojo entry. So the times change. And some of these people go and come. Go and come. The fact that they have left the playing field doesn't mean they are gone. They return. I'm speaking in parables. So if you take these people out, the leagues will die. So Edson Arantes de Nascimento, a.k.a. Pele, stayed in Brazil, nurtured the teams, they came up strongly, and the league was big. And when they stood firm on their feet, they started sending them abroad to go and play. But let me ask you another question. Watch this. Watch this. The Brazilian players who play in the foreign leagues, when it's time for the World Cup, they all return to Brazil and they are coached by a Brazilian coach. Even though they are coached by Europeans in their various leagues, when they go to Brazil for the World Cup, they are coached by a Brazilian coach. What is the difference? Football is a language. It's not a race. The Ghanaian coaches can do so well. All they need to do is to have an international exposure. A teacher is a teacher everywhere. If you take a teacher from Ghana, he should be able to teach in America once he knows what he knows. But again, I see the point he's making. Let's grow our home football so that we'll be able to stand firm. A foreign coach is a no, 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 no. We have to invest in our own local coaches. Send them out for exposure. They are quick and smart enough to learn and to adjust. Let us not be fighting symptoms. Let us go to the jugular vein, the root cause of the problem. Disrespectful behavior, commanding the coach to do things around and trying to manipulate the coach. All of these things are those that hurt our football, Black Stars level. Arrogance. We need to look at all these things. Then you will see that football is a universal language. It doesn't matter who is in charge, as long as he knows what it's about. You can even speak Chinese, and we speak only English. It will still work, at least if there's an interpreter.
Go on, Skipper George.
Blackpot. Cuckoo show.